What if the most powerful thing you could do for your child's future had nothing to do with the right school, the best activities, or expensive opportunities? What if it was something far simpler, something you could start today that would become the foundation of who they are 20, 30, even 50 years from now? I'm talking about family traditions. Not the big holiday celebrations everyone thinks of, but small, intentional rituals that research shows children carry in their hearts forever. Here's what most parents don't realize. Children don't measure love in grand gestures or big events. According to Dr. Bruce Feiler, who researches family dynamics, children measure love in predictability, in the small moments that repeat, in the reassuring rhythm of knowing what comes next. Family traditions create what researchers call secure attachment and belonging, the psychological foundation that determines how successfully children navigate every challenge life throws at them. A study from Emory University found that children who knew their family history and participated in regular family traditions showed higher self-esteem, better emotional regulation, and greater resilience during difficult times. These weren't wealthy families with elaborate vacations. These were ordinary families who created meaningful rituals from everyday moments. Today, we're walking through 11 family traditions that research shows children will carry in their hearts forever. These aren't complicated or expensive. They're simple, repeatable moments that build the emotional foundation every child needs. The first tradition is celebrating mistakes. When someone in your family makes a mistake, announce it with enthusiasm. Say, "We have a mistake to celebrate." Then talk about what you learned from it. Stanford research shows that reframing failure reduces shame and increases resilience. Mistakes stop being emergencies and become proof that you tried. Your child's brain starts seeking other victories to add to the collection. Achievement stops being casual and becomes a pattern they're actively building on purpose. The second tradition is the morning mission. Leave a small mission on their pillow or breakfast plate. Mission: make someone smile today. Mission: try something that scares you a little. A goal framed as active adventure activates the goal-oriented brain system. Children don't just move through their day, they approach it with intention. They're not limited to getting through the day, they face it deliberately. The third tradition is Fix It Friday. One evening a week, dedicate time to fixing something that doesn't work. A wobbly chair, a drawer that sticks, a torn book. Children learn that broken doesn't mean useless, it means repairable. The metaphor takes root. Problems are just projects waiting to be solved. Research shows repeated exposure without forcing reduces food-related anxiety and increases willingness to try. Openness to new flavors doesn't come from impositions. It comes from a gradual, stress-free approach. The fourth tradition is the one-bite rule. For new foods, just one taste without obligations. They can spit it out, they can make a face, they just have to try. Research from the University of Colorado shows that repeated exposure without forcing reduces food-related anxiety and increases willingness to try new things. The opening to new flavors doesn't come from impositions. It's born from a gradual approach without stress. When trying new foods becomes an adventure instead of a battle, children develop curiosity instead of resistance. The fifth tradition is weekly wins. Dedicate a wall or poster to weekly victories. Everyone writes or draws something they're proud of, no matter how small. The visible success creates momentum, and the brain starts to look for other victories to add to the collection. Dr. Dweck's research on growth mindset shows that when children celebrate effort and progress rather than just outcomes, they develop stronger persistence and resilience. Achievement stops being accidental and becomes a pattern they're actively building on purpose. This tradition teaches children that progress matters more than perfection, that small wins accumulate into big growth. The sixth tradition is cultural dinners. Choose a country, try its music, its food, or learn a word from its language. Novelty ignites curiosity, creating one of the safest learning environments for the brain. When families explore together, diversity transforms into a bond rather than a threat. The world gets smaller, and their sense of belonging grows larger. Research from Harvard's Making Caring Common project shows that children who are exposed to diverse cultures and perspectives develop stronger empathy, better critical thinking, and more inclusive worldviews. They learn that different doesn't mean wrong. It means interesting. The 7th tradition is the complaint jar. Every time someone says they're bored, put a coin in the jar. At the end of the month, use the money to do something fun together. Negativity becomes visible, gratitude becomes a game, and the brain learns what you focus on, you feed. Dr. Martin Seligman's research on positive psychology shows that making negativity tangible and visible helps children understand the cost of constant complaining. When they can literally see how complaints add up, they become more mindful of their perspective. The tradition isn't about punishing complaints. It's about making the pattern visible so they can choose differently. The 8th tradition is the gift before the gift. Before every birthday or celebration, choose a toy to donate to another child. Making room for the new means letting go of the old. Research shows that generosity practiced from a young age becomes an automatic habit later. Giving stops feeling like a sacrifice and becomes an integral part of who they are. Studies from the University of Notre Dame found that children who regularly practice generosity show higher levels of happiness, stronger social connections, and better mental health. When your child learns early that abundance means sharing, not hoarding, they develop a mindset of sufficiency rather than scarcity. They learn that they have enough to give, and that giving actually increases their sense of well-being rather than diminishing it. The 9th tradition is role reversal night. Once a season, swap roles for an evening. Children decide bedtime, parents ask for snacks. Reversing roles builds empathy faster than any lecture. When they understand how hard responsibility is, respect stops being something you demand and becomes something they comprehend. Research from the University of Virginia shows that perspective-taking exercises like role reversal significantly increase children's ability to understand others' viewpoints and emotional experiences. When your child has to be the parent making decisions, setting limits, and managing the household for just one evening, they gain profound insight into what you navigate daily. Suddenly, your rules make more sense because they've stood in your shoes. The 10th tradition is the boredom rule. When they say they're bored, impose 20 minutes of doing absolutely nothing. No screens, no suggestions, just let them confront boredom until they find a solution on their own. Boredom isn't a punishment, it's the cradle of every great idea they'll ever have. Dr. Teresa Belton at the University of East Anglia studied boredom and creativity and found that children who regularly experience unstructured, boring time show significantly higher creative thinking and problem-solving abilities. When children learn that boredom is temporary and that their own imagination is the solution, they stop looking to others for constant entertainment and start generating their own ideas. The 11th and final tradition is Upside Down Friday. Once a month, switch something in the normal routine. Breakfast for dinner, wear pajamas all day, read books backwards, have dessert first. The small, repeated things you do become the foundation they'll build on tomorrow. Research shows these aren't just nice moments. They're the architecture of belonging, resilience, and identity. Dr. William Doherty, who studies family rituals at the University of Minnesota, found that families with regular playful traditions show stronger family bonds, better communication, and children who feel more secure even during stressful times. When you intentionally break routine in fun ways, you teach flexibility, creativity, and that rules can bend without breaking. These aren't elaborate traditions requiring money, time, or perfect execution. They're intentional moments woven into ordinary days. A study tracking families over 15 years found that children who grew up with consistent family traditions reported feeling more connected to their families as adults, showed lower rates of anxiety and depression, and were more likely to create their own meaningful traditions with their children. The traditions you build today become the memories they treasure tomorrow, and the patterns they repeat with their own families someday. So, here's what this means for you right now. Pick one tradition from this list, just one, and start it this week. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't overthink it. Just begin. Small, repeated rituals create the foundation children stand on for the rest of their lives. If this video inspired you to create traditions your children will carry forever, subscribe to the parenting blueprint for more research-backed insights on building the family culture you want. The moments you create today become the memories they cherish forever, and that starts right now with one simple tradition.